you're a psychic medium, or if you have energy healing abilities, even if you are an empath, okay, you want to be in this light of creation because you are energetically protected. Okay, so if you're clearing somebody else, if you're healing somebody else, you want to remain in this light of creation so that you are energetically protected. This week's winner is why connect to creator first. Now, when I say creator, guys, I am using, creator, God, source, universe, spirit, whoever that higher power being is to you. Okay. I like to reference creator and creation. And so I'm actually really glad that this topic was chosen. And I have 5 reasons for why you must connect to creator first. And so I'm just going to dive right into it. So number 1, and honestly one of the most important reasons why you must connect to creator first is because that is where highest truth comes from. Okay, there is no filter of judgment, there is no filter of expectation, there is no filter of ego, there is no filter of that person's mind. That is where highest truth comes from. All of the information that you receive in creation's light, or in God's light, in the universe's light, in source's light, it comes from a space of unconditional love and non-judgment. It's this space of there's no good, there's no evil or malicious. It is just what it is. It's highest truth, and it's always delivered in a space of unconditional love. I don't know about you guys, but with my history of a energy healer and a psychic medium, I don't want any bullshit, right? I do not want my ego getting in the way of somebody's healing or what messages they need to hear. I don't want my day to impact what messages come through. So, and I know, being on the receiving end, I wouldn't want anybody's filters of reality to come through on my energy healing or my, mediumship reading. And so that's why I always connect to the highest source of light and consciousness first. The number 1 reason why you want to connect to creator first is because that is where highest truth comes from. There's no bullshit. There's no ego. There's no scarcity, there's no insecurity. It's just highest truth, and it's always delivered in a space of unconditional love. The second reason why you must always connect to creator first is you are not bound by the rules and regulations of other realms. Okay, so there's no contracts, conditions, expectations, or trades. So I know that fairies, I don't know if you guys have fairy houses or fairy homes in your garden. But I know that fairies, like, there's a lot of expectation for trade, right? Like for give and receive. If I gift you this, then there is a little bit of what is back. Like there's that even exchange of energy, which I totally get and understand. But also, like, you don't want to be bound to any contracts, right? And a lot of those contracts, especially if you're connecting with the multidimensional world, a lot of those contracts could be like in fine print. Like you don't even realize that you are making those contracts or oaths in order for you to receive information, but they're kind of hidden, right? I don't know about you, but when I'm doing an energy healing on somebody, I do not want any oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, conditions, or trades. Right? So that's why you go up to creator, because you're not bound by the rules and regulations of other realms. So you can go up to creation, which is what I teach in the Navigating Your Spiritual Journey program, how to get that direct line to the divine, so that when you do connect to the fairies, when you do connect to, the ETs, like the Artrarians or the Palladians, or you connect to even other angelics like Archangel Michael, right? Or Metatron, right? You're getting it in a space of highest truth, but there's no contracts of that realm, of like the earth energy realm, or of the angelic realm, or of the Pleiades planet realm. Right? So that's another reason why you always want to connect to creator first. And from your connection to creator, you travel to those places, or you bring them up to creation with you, like the fairies or the ETs or whatever have you. Okay? Number three, the third reason why you want to connect to creator first, and I already briefly touched on this, is that there's no ego. There's no ego. There's like not this need to be right or to prove or to justify. There's no ego. There's no gain, right? It's simply like there's no gain in giving you information, right? It's unconditional. It's like, here, you're looking for this answer about your life. All physical and non-physical beings have their own opinions. They have their own perception of reality. They do have their own ego. And I've heard, and I've posted this on, my reels on Instagram before, and I've heard it's only the 3D realm that has ego. And that's not true. Even the highest vibrational light of angelics and archangels and ascended masters, there's still a level of ego there. So like, for an example, Archangel Michael, right? So if you go and connect to him, he is known for his sword and he's known for his safety. So any type of information that you get from Archangel Michael is going to be delivered through the lens of safety, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that, but you want the highest truth about what Archangel Michael has to deliver, because the truth is, guys, yes, we are all one consciousness. We are all creation. We are the universe experiencing itself. And those angels, those higher multidimensional beings, they have gone through their own soul evolvement and journey in order for them to be at the level that they're at. So even if you go and connect to a Pleiadian, right? If you go and connect to a Pleiadian for information, they are beings of light. They're here to help raise the consciousness of this realm. And if you want to go all conspiracy, which conspiracy is actually spoiler alerts, but if you want to go all conspiracy and say that they're helping, liberate us from evil here on this planet, right? They have their own perception of reality. They're from a different planet. They're here with a different purpose, a different perspective. There's no ego from creator, right? Creator has no ego. There is no good, there is no bad. It just simply is, right? You're not a sinner, right? You're leveling up on a soul level. That's another reason why you want to connect to creator first, is because there is no ego, okay? And there's no filter of somebody else's opinion. Okay, you want highest truth. I know I always want highest truth. The fourth reason why you want to connect to creator first is because you're energetically protected. Like if you're a psychic medium, or if you have energy healing abilities, even if you are an empath, okay, you want to be in this light of creation because you are energetically protected. Okay, so if you're clearing somebody else, if you're healing somebody else, you want to remain in this light of creation so that you are energetically protected. Now, the only reason why you wouldn't be energetically protected is because you're in fear, and fear weakens your auric field, which leaves you open and receptive and to attachments and things like that, or you're not emotionally neutral. Okay, it's a little bit, it involves fear, but you have this expectation or this excitement or whatever have you, right? You must be in creation's light and be completely emotionally neutral and detached to be energetically protected. Okay? Also, guys, I just want to tell you, it's just energy. Okay? It is not stronger than you. You are not subservient to it. It is only your beliefs that make you feel that way. It is simply just energy. It can be removed as easily as it was attached. Okay, it's only your belief in yourself and your belief in clearing yourself or clearing another or thinking that that thing is more powerful than you that's causing you to feel like you can't disconnect it from your auric field. It's just energy. The fifth and last reason, and this kind of stacks on what I just talked about with energetically protected. So when you're in creation's light, okay, you are not using your own life force energy. When most energy healers, and I know because I'm from the energy healing world, right? I've spent the last decade of my life committed to it, okay? In the energy healing world, people, like, even when they're going for Reiki, right, and practicing Usui's modality, right? Yeah, their intention is to connect to the universe, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. The intention is there, but you also must go to the light. So you're not using your life force energy. I understand, a good indicator that you are using your life force energy is that after an energy healing session, you're feeling really depleted and you're feeling a little bit chaotic and your thoughts are a little bit scattered, or an energy healing, you still feel their energy attached to you, right? That's because you were not in Creator's light. It's because you were using your own life force energy to heal them. And that's not necessary. It's actually not even it's a good starting point. It's a great way to start not even honing, about believing in yourself and your ability to heal others, right? Or connect to others. But you want to remain in that light because you're energetically protected. Nothing can attach to you. Also, you're not using your own life force energy. The best way to know that you are not using your life force energy and you really are up in creation is first actually visually seeing it or sensing it, right? Getting that tingly feeling or seeing it in your mind's eye. And also after a session, you're not feeling depleted, you're feeling energized. And it's an energy that consists throughout the day, because I know, because I've been, in the Reiki seat, right? When you help heal your first few clients and you're like, wow, I can do this. Wow, look at me, right? You get that, that energy healer's high, right? That hit of dopamine. And so you feel like you have energy, but then by the time you get home, you're like, oh, I'm exhausted, right? When I have seen clients back to back all day healing them, like I could go without eating. Like I go back home from work. Now I'm working from home, but back then I would come home from work and I would still be energized. I would not feel anybody's energy on me. I would feel whole. I would feel powerful. And that's what's available to you if you connect to Creator first, okay? Like I said, I show you, I walk you through it. I hold your hand through connecting to Creator, getting that direct line to the divine. I recently had a client go through the Navigating Your Spiritual Journey program who was a little bit afraid of jumping up there, right? She wasn't sure about that multidimensional stuff. And so we did energy work, we cleared out her beliefs, and then she finally got that connection to Creator. And now she's able to communicate and connect with her spirit guides, okay? She wasn't able to do that before she met me. I also wanted to put out this rule of thumb, I would say, like, this should be your expectation, whether you seek out my help or somebody else's help, it does not matter to me. So if any type of religion or spiritual guru, modality, healing modality, whatever method puts you in a place of feeling less than or subservientry, or you have to go through some sort of initiation or certification or whatever, it's total bullshit, guys. That's a red flag. Because you are enough now, you are enough just as you are now, and your desire to live a spiritually driven and purpose life is your natural birthright. And it is up to you who you feel drawn to, who speaks to you, inspires you in making that happen. Okay, you must have somebody in your corner. You must have somebody in your corner who sees the bigger picture for you. Okay? It does help to hire an expert, without a doubt. So, recap. Why you want to connect to creator first. Number one, this is where highest truth comes from. Highest truth, that's all I want, right? Two, you're not bound by the rules and regulations of other realms. Okay? You're safe. There's no contracts. There's no underlying tone, something that's going to take you by surprise, right? There's no ego. There's no ego. Again, highest truth, right? Four, you're energetically protected. Okay? And then five, you're not using your own life force energy to heal, to channel, to create, to visualize, right? Even to clear your home, clear your crystals, or clear your mind. Now, if you felt drawn, book a call with me. DM me and let's get you on a call. Talk about whether this is a good fit for you or not. And if not, I'll just steer you in another direction. Okay? There's no expectation. As you rose your hand and said, I want to elevate on a spiritual level. And so Creator is telling you, yes, you can elevate on a spiritual level, but you must learn these mental, emotional, and ethereal skills. And that comes in the form of challenges. So if you are not being presented with challenges, that's actually more alarming, right? I know us spiritual people, right? Typically when we're just starting out, we get faced with all these challenges and it's like, oh, it's just not meant for me. This is resistance. It's not meant for me. I'm not supposed to open my spiritual business, or I'm not meant to, become an energy healer. We're met with so much resistance. But if you guys are not having any type of challenge, that is a problem because you're not growing. What those challenges actually mean is your dream is manifesting. That what you asked for is coming about. But you must have or develop a certain level of skill set, level of faith and trust in the divine and trust in yourself. And sometimes that comes and is presented by challenge. Okay? All right, guys, so much love for you. I will catch you on the next one. Everybody have a fantastic weekend.